that, but you got your 7-2 center out there doing it. Everybody else better be doing it as well.
Anybody who is not intimately familiar with these two programs might be casually watching this game. You can't take your eyes off of 55. He is everything you love about being a basketball player. He's 7'2", but he thinks he's 6 feet tall. He's got great hands, loves the game. Distracts that shot from Desmond. Second chance for the Golden Knights.
And I love it that Madrid was shaking his head there that he didn't get the rebound.
Wow, what a ball fake by Prosser, but better defense at the rim. Gannon stays with it, scores and one.
Well, really a tale of two possessions combined within one, Brendan, there. We saw down there Madrid redirects the shot, but then he comes out on Prosser to challenge his. A nice little up and under for the and one. This is what Gannon is going to have to do, is bring Madrid out, even to 15 feet, just to get a hand up and challenge shots to open that rim for him. People really do not understand how difficult it is when you have a guy that's 7'2". He easily has over a 7'2" wingspan just to even get a shot up from 8 to 10 feet over him.
Kenzie Morgan clanks the free throw off the front of the iron. OBU down the floor. Look at the soft hands for the big fella. Eric Madrid making a huge difference early.
Point of promise for Oklahoma Baptist.
I mean, could this be any better of a start for double nickel?
Yeah, so when I say point of promise, you know, Coach Aker wanted his guards to promise him that they were going to look down the floor for the big guy against this press. It is critical that they take advantage of that leak out option and get Madrid to finish some of those to take some of the pressure off the guards on this continuous full court press.
Madrid's going to have to dribble it eventually, you'd think, right? Well, they get it across in time. Udoma to the rack. Well defended by Precious Idiaru. This has all the makings of a classic D2 tournament game. It's the front of the rim. Here we go, back up with it. Mackenzie Morgan, no. Brilliant effort from Connor racing up the floor trying to get to it.
Well, I tell you what, Pace Prosser better watch his hands. He gave him a little push on the hip as well.
Prosser looks like he's going to stay in. Everybody else is subbing out for Easton Bozzoli, who has done a magnificent job in his second year. He's a young man that is basically 31 years old. He played his college ball at Cedarville in Ohio. Graduated in 2017, second-year head coach. He is standing on the sideline coaching in a game that most guys spend their whole career trying to get to. Getting to the basket, Sakasi threw up a chance at Kemp for an alley-oop. Didn't quite work.
You're not going to get too many of those with a guy like Madrid in there.
Eric Madrid has been a menace early on.
This is also a product not only of Madrid finishing, but the Connor brothers breaking the front lines of this press and getting the ball up early.
Prosser short-armed it, trying to get over the top of the big fella. Connor ahead. Chance for Hodge. Right now, OBU is in danger of running Gannon off the floor and beating them at their own style.
We've wanted to see this all tournament, the two contrasting styles, Brendan. And when you have the guard and the finishing combination,
he's got a lot of the intangibles that you just can't teach.
I love what you said there. You can tell he actually enjoys what he's doing out there. So many times, guys like this that are somewhat projects or got into the game late, they just don't enjoy it because you're constantly harping on him. He's having a great time out there.
He's left his feet a few times here, and Gannon has found a way to work that to their advantage. Well, they just gave a bench warning to Jason Aker. That is the Gannon fans applauding.
Hey, it's a warning. Who cares, you know? Like, he's loving it. He's being himself.
By the way, all 10 OBU points have come off the bench, including 6 from Mount Madrid. Into the corner. Got to hit shots like this if you're the Golden Knights. Tickle the twine. Lucas Morgan for three.
Look at Connor.
It's Granberry scorching his way up the floor, down the middle, missed the layup. Precious Idiaru, oh yeah, absorbs the contact. Jackson Green now, trying to get physical. He goes up top where Austin Connor's holding. Madrid draws the double, dumps it to Green, who put it off the back of the rim.
Well, if you're Coach Aker at this point, you know, you have a heck of a run right now going with your team, and your best player hasn't even scored yet. And more than anything, you're negating what Gannon does best, which is his high pressure system and getting to the foul line. One of the things that they love to do is make it so tough when you get to the rim. They're throwing 2 and 3 guys at you. So you either have to finish through contact or get to the foul line. Right now, OBU's doing a heck of a job of that.
Terry Connor Jr. back in the game. He replaces Josh Udoma. OBU fans are probably fairly used to this, but it's just a little odd that we have talked so little about a first-team All-American guard in Terry Connor Jr. This kid is unbelievable. 3 in green. Beautiful lay over the front of the rim. Lucas Morgan, another bucket.
Yeah, that's a grown man move right there. You're going to see that in the YMCA all the time. Anytime you're playing somebody that's bigger, faster, stronger than you, you'll get them on that up and under all the time.
7 straight points for the Golden Knights have put them up 4. You could cut the tension in this building with a knife, and we've only played 6 and change as Terry Connor Jr. misfires. Sophomore Lucas Sakasi out of Washington, D.C. gives it off, and Gannon hits another one. Mackenzie Morgan, the Morgan brothers from Australia, lighting it up right now. They've got Erie, PA on their feet.
Well, the Sydney boys are really keeping Gannon going in this one, Brendan.
Connor to the strike.
I mean, when you're one of the junior leaders, upperclassmen for this team, and you need to find a way to score points, getting transition threes is one of the ways to do it. It's a very high percentage chance, and you have to love Terry Connor Jr. just getting the ball back, head down right to the rim to get involved and get to the foul line. He missed that first 3 he took, which he's really adept at doing. One of the worst things that could happen for Gannon is if Terry Connor Jr. starts seeing the ball go through the net on a free throw or something like that.
Interesting to see here, Madrid come out of the game. You wonder about his fatigue during the day, and as he comes out with 13:23 on the clock, these might be little instances, Chris, where they can buy him an extra minute or 2 of rest, considering that you should theoretically have a stoppage that under 12 might not be terribly far away. But when he's off the floor, OBU isn't really losing a lot. This is definitely a good opportunity for Gannon. This one's poked away. Great play. Hodge was there working with Connor, and he got fouled, sweeping his leg around. The officials say it's fouled in the act of shooting. Is that on Prosser? I thought they called it on Morgan. Let's wait and verify.
I think they called
it's on Desmond.
Yeah, Desmond. Well, we see Terry Connor Jr. Nice little Euro step there, and he just literally slipped and fell.
The call that definitely goes against Gannon. OBU picks up a point. So the foul officially is on Desmond. I don't know, though. In that replay, I don't know that I saw a foul from
There was.
Desmond.
It looked like a foul. We have the advantage of seeing it going in super slow motion. Sometimes a bang-bang play like that, you don't have the right angle. It looks like a foul.
Lucas Morgan, good ball fake at the rim, but he can't capitalize.
Well, Coach Bozzoli really has to be breathing a big sigh of relief. Little bit of a slow start. The Morgan boys from Sydney, Australia are carrying all the water for Gannon right now.
Outside of the fact that Mackenzie and Lucas, the twin brothers, look the same, Easton Bozzoli says they, quite frankly, couldn't be much more different from one another. He said Lucas is kind of the one-word text reply guy who you're not really sure if you got through to him. He said sometimes it's like pulling teeth, where Mackenzie is, you know, the storyteller. He's the verbose one of the two. But Lucas has definitely come a long way, and they've loved their experience playing in Erie, Pennsylvania. You know, the well-established long-running pipeline from Australia to Erie. Morgan to the rack, good effort. Desmond's putback doesn't drop, and OBU pulls down the rebound. They want to run. Granberry flies up the floor. They beat Gannon at their own game.
I tell you what, Granberry, him and Terry Connor Jr., almost third twins out there, but just very aggressive attacking that rim, doing exactly what Coach Aker wanted to do. As soon as they get the rebound, look down the other end of the floor and get to the rim quick.
Sarver goes inside. Morgan's in trouble. Finds his brother in the corner. Bingo! 4 threes in the first half for Gannon. Golden Knights have hit 5 of their last 7 shots. They lead by a handful. OBU's largest lead was 3. Gannon's largest lead is 7. A lot of game in front of us. Granberry on the money.
I mean, it's enough that you have to deal with the Connor brothers and what they can do at the guard position, and now him.
Desmond goes back around. They fling it over to Lane Sarver, who clanks it long. Second chance. Morgan wants some help. Does he want to go one-on-one against Jackson Green? That doesn't seem like a great idea. Sarver fades away, contested. Granberry pulls it in. This feels like both these teams come at you in waves. It doesn't matter what personnel's on the floor. You don't really get a break.
Yeah, they're not burning much shot clock either. I love it. Couple passes, take a shot.
OBU, 19 points. 17 of them are from guys off the bench. Only Terry Connor here in Pittsburgh. Gannon University, Oklahoma Baptist University are playing on a heck of a stage and delivering in every way. Gannon leads 29-25, Prosser for 2. We've had fireworks. We've had a couple of mistakes. Here we go, 2-on-1. Udoma goes crashing into Prosser, who draws the charge.
Talk about Easton Bozzoli holding his breath for a minute. I mean, Pace Prosser going to take a charge. We'll see if his feet are outside the circle. Clearly outside the circle, the toes at least. And this is what you have to do, though, if you're OBU, Brendan. You know, you're going to get some of those charges, but you have to attack. It was 2-on-2 after a really good press by Gannon.
And apparently a foul on Gannon. That was a really pretty good trap, but I guess Desmond got a little up in his grill.
Yeah. That's what Gannon wants to do, literally on a make or a miss. They're coming right at you, not only pressing the ball, but the outlet in the first pass. And, you know, that's just a basketball play there. If a guy gets an offensive rebound, he has the right to protect himself. He has the right to move the ball within his cylinder.
It's 3 on Desmond, so he's headed to the bench. He's the only Golden Knight in foul trouble. Well, Pace Prosser has 2, but they really can't afford to take him off the floor. Having 2 in the first 90 seconds of the game is serious trouble, but at this point, not nearly as big a deal for Prosser. You certainly still have to be careful. Meanwhile, if you haven't appreciated yet that Oklahoma Baptist basically has what feels like 4 or 5 of the same player. I mean, Terry Connor Jr., Kristen Hodge, Jackson Green, Josh Udoma, Seth Granberry. They are explosive. When they jump, it looks like they levitate. Guys that can move, defend at a high level. These guys are the real deal.
The thing I love about it too, Brendan, is that they translate that into really skilled basketball play.
Connor's going to be the inbounder here. OBU with Madrid on the bench. We've got 5 guys that can handle the ball here. The baseball toss it down into no man's land and essentially just turn it over. That couldn't have been the plan. Morgan, wow, a foul on a ball deflating rejection. Lane Sarver is going to come back for Gannon here as Mackenzie Morgan steps to the free throw line. 8 points, 3 of 4 from the floor, couple of threes. He and his brother have combined to hit all 4 3-pointers they've taken. But they've only hit 1 of 4 collectively from the stripe. As Lucas Morgan checks out, Sarver comes back. Madrid returns, Hodge in, Cranberry back. Udoma checks out here. The whole game has been played within a 10-point window. Here come the Bison.
Coach Aker loves to run set plays. Looks like he's going to set up a little bit of a chin play here.
Jaden Calloway playing pretty good defense. He's gotten good minutes here in the first half for Gannon.
Just too much dribbling by Austin Connor. You need to be able to initiate the offensive set much quicker than that. Now only 14 seconds left on the shot clock.
From the corner, right on target. Terry Connor, tough shot.
He loves that spot. Loves the corner step back 3 from the right side.
Sarver wants to answer and cannot. And Austin Connor gets as big as he can and skies to grab the rebound. As Terry beats everybody up the floor, gives to Madrid. His layup didn't go, neither did Green's put back before Eric tips it in.
That's what you have to do against this press, because their recovery to challenge shots at the rim is so good by Gannon.
7 unanswered for the men in green. Long ball, Prosser, halfway home. Bison have a little bit of an advantage here. Austin Connor in rhythm, not quite. His pace is really fast. It looks like Mackenzie Morgan was a little slow there. The up and under didn't drop. Great extra pass. Prosser, Alligator earned it.
I think Gannon getting a little winded here. OBU should attack if they can.
Not too many teams in the country can make Gannon winded, but I think you're right. Terry Connor missed his 3. Both teams out of funk.
Yeah,
offensively.
Both these teams need that 6-minute break badly.
Pace Prosser under control. Well done.
Pace Prosser not even sweating. This guy, you know, Coach Bozzoli was joking around saying that they have statues of him in his hometown for, you know, his basketball prowess, his football prowess. He's just an athlete, you know, and talking with Coach Bozzoli today about how, you know, literally how strong he is, but how fast he is. You know, they wanted him to lose some weight just so he had a little bit more endurance for that extra 5-6 minutes of the game that they need him.
Connor feeling Sarver the whole way, throws it up. I think it was half pass, half shot. Didn't work out. Good eyes from the former QB, and they find it right back inside. Point blank miss. Dribbled off a foot. Right back the other way. And a lay-in. Good job by Sakasi. Lead back to Gannon. OBU pulls back for a second. Bison 46% from the floor, Gannon 38%. Both teams have turned it over more than they'd like, 7 and 8 apiece. The free throws coming there for Terry Connor Jr.
And a much-needed timeout. Both of these teams are really just winded. They're going to need a break here at some point.
We'll have an actual stoppage, not just one to put your hands on your hips for half a second and take a deep breath.
Yeah, this chaotic pace of play and you know, under these lights with this type of game and this pressure, it really takes it out of you.
Terry Connor Jr. misfires. Oklahoma Baptist. Small private school in Shawnee, Oklahoma. They are playing in the Division II version of the Final Four. They are 1 win away from playing for an NCAA national championship. A program that has had incredible success at NAIA historically, and in roughly a decade's worth of time as a Division II school, this has clearly been their best shot. Prosser glides to the bucket.
Prosser can tell that Terry Conner Jr. is really winded at this point. Really smart play, taking it straight at him. Oh, he's going to get it. Better watch it.
Jackson Green went in hard. Good defense. Morgan apparently not fouled. Gannon fans all collectively blew the whistle. Prosser, good handling, a 6-point deficit here against Gannon. Sakasi into the key. Idiaru steps into it. Hits the front of the iron. Run out for Hodge. Two-hand flush.
I tell you what, Christian Hodge is really having an impactful game here so far. And again, we see OBU every time they get a board, somebody's leaking out. They are automatically turning and looking down court. Hodge with the easy flush and finish.
There are some guys getting into a little bit of foul trouble now, as you see Eric Madrid as a double-double before halftime. 3 fouls on Hodge, 3 on Green for OBU. And they're going to bring Jose Waring back into the game now. He's only played 2 minutes despite the fact that he started. Gannon with 3 fouls on Victor Desmond on the bench. Morgan hits the foul shot. The national championship game is being played in 9 days at Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis. Part of a NCAA combined national championship weekend. If you're unfamiliar, it's going to be an incredible experience. The D1 Final Four is on Saturday. On Easter Sunday, as Madrid goes to the line, the D2 title game is at noon. The D3 title game is at 4:30. And then I think at 8 o'clock at night is the NIT Tournament Championship game. All back-to-back, all at Gainbridge Fieldhouse on Sunday. They'll have the HBCU All-Star Game coming up at Cortiva Coliseum up at the State Fairgrounds as well. And then they'll play the D1 title game back at Lucas Oil on Monday night. If you like championship basketball, get ready for an awesome week in Indianapolis. And one of these 2 teams is going to be there. Gannon by 5 after Madrid had trouble from the strike. Little ball fake, drive, he beat the big fella to the bucket, lays it home. Lucas Morgan.
Heads up play by Lucas. Yeah, sorry about that, Brendan. Heads up play by Lucas.
Austin Connor flings it back out. Easton Bozzoli begging his team to put their arms fully extended, play defense.
This is a lineup that we didn't see much in the last game for OBU. 3 guards.
Connor, tough shot, gets it to go. Then a trying first half on Terry Conner Jr. And he's had a really good impact. How about that play? Full extension under the bucket, fouled, spin off the window, and lays it in.
We talked about the impact that Idiaru would have by shooting those threes and pulling the big fella Madrid out. Now we see the Lucas Morgan, who's already hit a couple threes. You have to respect that, is pulling Madrid out, and it's just a battle of wills at that point. Can Madrid keep him in front? He hasn't been able to. You have to credit Lucas Morgan. Straight line drive to the rim. Nice finish.
Madrid picks up his first. OBU is going to go with a little smaller lineup here. Gannon is taking care of business. 7 straight points for Lucas, 45-37. As he checks out and gets a nice group of high fives from his buddies on the bench. Largest lead of the game for Gannon now at 8.
Really just see the impact of Josh Udomo not being in there, Brendan.
Gannon has taken 11 more shots in the first half than Oklahoma Baptist. They've only made 2 more, though. Austin Connor tried to go off the glass. Not quite. Prosser wants to get out and move. Callaway back up top, and he trapped.
This is a lineup that we have not seen from OBU a lot, with Waring out there essentially playing the 5.
Well, it didn't work the way that Coach Aker wanted, and Madrid quickly is back on the floor. How do you feel about the coaching element of this game? Both sides, X's and O's.
I mean, both of them are well prepared. They're sticking to their systems while making some small needed adjustments. That's what good coaches do. You don't change the whole system. Just little tweaks here or there within your system.
OBU. Under a minute to go before halftime. What a move. Step back 3, but it doesn't drop. Rebound is tipped back out to Granberry. He'll raise this time mid-range and splash one home.
Well, you know, that 2 could be fool's gold for OBU, Brendan. That is not OBU's style of play, the one-on-one shake and bake. They're really good with their set plays or attacking the rim.
Hodge with a dozen. 10 for Madrid, 9 for Granberry. Terry Connor, 8.6 assists, no turnovers in the first half. Nobody else has scored outside of those 4. Shot clock is off here. Gannon being led by the Morgan brothers with 26. Sikasi is fouled, 4.5. And he'll shoot 2 in the double bonus.
Yeah, just as a coach, you hate to see that. You know, you're playing defense the entire possession, and then a guy 26 feet from the rim with 4.5 seconds left fouls him.
Hey, how about the fact that Gannon is +9 on the glass, considering they're playing against a team with really rebounding focused guards and obviously a 7'2" center.
You know, that's a great point. And again, I think that's can be looked at straight. The Josh Udomo's not in there.